Good evening, Alliance Open House. Welcome to lovely Fort Wayne, Indiana, where I now reside, and I wish you all were here with me. My name is John Stevens. If you don't know me, I am the Sales Programs Director here at Iello USA. And I'm going to talk to you today about our fourth quarter releases. We're about to flip that calendar over into October. And I know as somebody that spent nearly a decade retailing hobby games, that right now I'm thinking about what am I selling for Christmas? What's the thing I'm going to put piles and piles of out that door? So today we're going to talk about those releases. The first one that I want to talk about is from our partners at Le Scorpion Masqué, and it is Masterword, based on an old game that you might have seen where we had little marbles and we put the marbles in the board, and then somebody told us that the marble was the right marble in the right place. Similar in concept to that. We're going to have a single clue. In this case, you can see card number one, and it says animal. So card number one, that's it. The group of clue guessers get that one clue, and they're going to write down clues. And then the clue giver is going to give them little thumbs up. Not going to tell them which of their guesses are correct, just thumbs up. You have this many clues correct. So you can see them sort of work through from animal to end up down at tiger. This is coming October 22nd to brick and mortar stores, November 5th to online stores. It's important to note and always note that everything we sell to you, you get to sell 2 weeks before any of the online sellers. That includes us. We don't sell our own games from our own website direct to consumers until that date 2 weeks later. Masterword comes with 350 clues on a double-sided card that get progressively harder from clue 100 to 350. Comes with dry erase markers, dry erase clue cards, and of course, you've got the red outlined ones. Those are guess cards. If you ever accidentally put the answer on a clue, your team wins. This game's a ton of fun. It's going to fit right in there with those people that are loving decrypto. The second thing on the release calendar for the fourth quarter is Katara. In a perfect world, I was going to be selling Katara at Gen Con. Of course, the perfect world didn't happen this year, so Katara got delayed from Gen Con until now, sort of as the Essen release. Essen, of course, will be a virtual show this year, and I hope to see some of you for that show as well. Katara is a frenetic, fast-paced, dudes on a board game, some area control, awesome meeples, but it's also a card drafting game. It's this balance of these various things that I firmly believe isn't just genre developing or genre defining, it's genre developing. This is going to be looked back at as the first of its type of game. A lot of care has been taken to make sure that it's playable at any player count. A lot of times a dude on map game can become stale if the map's too big for the number of players. So Katara comes with two separate boards in the box. There's a 2-player board, and there is a double-sided board that is 3-player game on one side and a 4-player game on the other side. This makes sure that there's always the right number of spaces available so that you're always going to have this give and take. Unlike a lot of those games that are dudes on a board, Katara is never going to reward you for sitting back and defending. Every turn, you're going to grab vast swaths of land. Then you're going to lose those when it's not your turn. And you're going to have to just grab them all back because you have to control a certain amount of spaces to score victory points or to feed your troops. Katara and Masterword both are releasing the 22nd of October to you. That is a change for Masterword. Masterword was supposed to be a week before that, but we are having some port delays, meaning we're not going to be able to put it in your hands on time. The third thing I want to talk about for the fourth quarter is Zombie Teens Evolution. This is, again, another one from our partners at Le Scorpion Masqué, and this builds on the hugely successful Zombie Kids Evolution. Same sort of box size, top to bottom, side to side, but you'll notice when you put this on your shelf that this box is about 2 inches thicker. And that's because for $2 more, a $22.99 MSRP versus a $24.99 MSRP, there is a ton more content in this box. Instead of 12 little envelopes, we have 14, and some of those envelopes are 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch thick. Tons and tons of content coming out of these envelopes as we build this legacy style game. In Zombie Kids Evolution, the kids worked together and defended their school. Now we're going to come out of the school and the teens are going to defend the town that those kids did, all that the kids have a school in. So similar concepts, still working together to beat up on the zombies. You'll see some building tiles in here that are a little new from Zombie Kids Evolution. You'll also see some things that are interactive between the two games. If you want to pull your kids out of the school and let them help defend the town, you can do that here, and some of those powers are interchangeable. This is releasing the 29th of October to brick and mortar stores and the 12th of November online. The last thing I can tell you about for Q4 here is Shot and Totten 2, brick and mortar November 5th, online November 19th. This is not just a reskin of the most popular game in the minigame line. This is a brand new game. Some of the mechanics are going to look familiar, but whereas Shot and Totten is a symmetrical game where we're playing the same thing on both sides, Shot and Totten 2 is asymmetrical. We have an attacker and a defender. The defender has 7 sections of wall tile, and you can see a couple of their castle walls there in that photo. We're going to be defending those, and each of them scores a little differently and allows a different number of cards. You'll see one there that allows 4 cards to each side. We also have different abilities on each side. You can hear my dog in the background whining right now, I think. The defender has those 3 oil tokens that you can dump overboard to destroy a card. And the attacker token, or the attacker, has tactics cards that let them rearrange cards or move things around on the wall. There's another thing I'm really excited to tell you about, but I can't yet. I have 3 more titles coming, 2 of them in the Q4 and 1 of them early next year, but we're still working on these contracts. 2 of these titles are at the printer and will be here before Christmas, but I can't tell you what they are. This is what I can tell you. We found at Gamma a board game company that we fell in love with. They're making awesome, awesome products, and they've been available in English before, but never through distribution. Frankly, the owner of that company didn't want to do this. They didn't want to deal with distribution and that part of the business. So they never did. They kickstarted games, then they sold them direct to consumers, and that was the business plan. Now we're going to sell those games for them. And I'm super excited to add this family to the Iello family and bring in all these great new games that not only artistically are going to look great in the Iello catalog, but are also just awesome games to play. Those contracts hopefully are going to be finalized this week, and Monday you'll get to hear about these games. For now, you just get to look at yellow shaded photos. Iello's marketing to our consumer base has always been about retailers. We sell direct on our website. It's not really where our focus is. Our focus is on pushing people to you. There are more than 25,000 people following us on Twitter, more than 16,000 people following us on Facebook, 17,000 on Instagram, and 10,000 subscribers to our monthly Gazette, which is our consumer-focused newsletter that goes out. So we market to these people in a way that encourages them at all times to find their local game stores. And for most of them, that means they're going to come to our website and use our store locator, or they're going to use Google. So I want to spend 30 seconds explaining a topic I barely understand, and that's search engine optimization. When you're building Facebook posts or blog posts that are about a Iello product, I've been told, and I barely understand it, that linking back to us is good for you. And when we talk about your stores, we link back to your stores because that's good for you and for me. There's this theory in search engine optimization called legitimization, apparently. Don't you love this? I have to keep saying this. I barely understand this topic, but Stefan's not here. He couldn't be with us today. Ultimately, it's about us encouraging you to share and tweet and link back to our things so that we can make sure that when Google goes and says, where can I buy Katara in Chicago, your store is going to be an early result there. I'm going to post this on our Discord channel. I'm going to post this on our Facebook page. I will send out a link to this in our newsletter. The retail newsletter also goes out once a month in the first week of the month. So hopefully you're getting that so that you can find our Facebook group, our price list, and we maintain a folder full of assets and visuals. We build Facebook banners and Twitter banners and TV slides for every new release. We keep those readily available to you, and I'll make sure that these links exist for you. Finally, last year we launched the Retailer Guild, and we had a lot of things we wanted to do. And then the truth of the matter is that there just wasn't enough bandwidth to do those things. For those of you who I haven't seen since Gamma, when you saw me at Gamma, I was retailing full-time and working for Iello part-time. Now I'm living in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and working for Iello full-time strictly because I wanted the Retailer Guild to be a thing and a successful thing. So one of the things I want to do is give things away in that guild. I don't know if you can see this. This is a dark space penguin. People ask me about dark space penguins several times a week. One of the things the new Retail Guild will do is provide a quarterly box of promotional material to your stores. So how do you get into the guild? You join me at one of these classes. The guild is going to start with a 1-hour webinar that talks to you about how to sell the various Iello products, the benefits of being in the guild. The first 2 times that class is available is the 5th of October and the 9th of October. I'm going to try several different days of the week. I'm going to try several different time slots. After the Alliance Open House is closed up, so Monday morning, you will see links so that you can sign up for these classes and let us know you are attending. I have built the first 100 of these. It's a giant box of promos, King of Tokyo promos, Hobgoblins for Flying Goblin, promo cards, dice, all kinds of cool stuff. And they're going to go out to those first 100 stores that we sign up for the Retailer Guild. And then they're going to go out to every store after that. And they're going to go out every quarter to the stores that are members of the guild. That's all I have for you today. Of course, I will be in our vendor hall booth tomorrow, as will Eric Vogel, the creator of Katara. He has built Katara in Tabletopia and can play it with you right here at the show. Are there any questions there that I've missed? Chris, I can't hear you. We should all thank Chris and Emily for doing this. This has been a ton of fun today, hasn't it? Oh, okay. Sorry, go ahead. Try again, Chris. I had to turn you up. So they're legacy games, and we're going to build them as we go through them, of course. But you can also rewind to any point. You can put things back into envelopes and just push them aside and replay a scenario.
Okay.
I see a question from Bill there. Bill, I'm going to have that link to sign up in our Facebook group, in our YouTube, or in our Facebook group, on our Discord server, and in the retail newsletter.
That was pretty much it on the YouTube side.
Excellent. If there are questions, you can find me in Discord. You can email me anytime. I have unhealthy work habits. I'll answer always. Thanks for coming out, everybody.